imposing. There's 6 of those huge towers out there, and it really is a fantastic scene. We've got a camera high up in one of those light towers. There it is. That'll be bringing you pictures of this ground, and those pictures will look something like this. Yeah, have a look at the scene there. This is a big stadium, a lot of playing area down there. That'll be one of the problems for the spinners, because the batsmen quite like a lot of room to play with, rather like Melbourne and Sydney. So lights for the first time in Lahore. And of course the crowd,
I think, is very good. He's had a few sessions with Dennis Lilly, straightening out 1 or 2 things. That has benefited him, but he's a good natural pace bowler. And Mark Taylor will be facing the first ball. Has had quite a good series, India 59 and Zimbabwe 34, but not quite as good as the man at the other end, Mark Waugh. First ball of the World Cup final. That'll give us an idea of the pace of the outfield. The rope is in well away from the hoardings. Oh, that didn't look bad.
Well, a good effort, but perhaps Asankat Purusena left it till the very end, wasn't able to get the ball back within the boundary. And Mark Taylor, who played so positively against the Indians and against Zimbabwe, once again playing a very, very positive shot. That foot right to the pitch of the ball, and the bat coming through very nicely.
And in this case, it's a man down a deep third man, another one a deep fine leg, fairly wide. He's around about 45 degrees. And man deep third man is in the line of where a normal gully would be. Taylor's in form with both the cover drive and the pull shot.
Well, Taylor's obviously got a hang of the wicket very quickly, because while the earlier over saw him play the drive, this time he picked the bounce very early and pulled it away for a boundary. It's very important for batsmen to get a measure of the wicket very quickly. Taylor seems to have done that in 2 overs.
Take the single there, and that takes it along to 12 for no wicket. 2 overs gone.
Stokes start flowing once he gets his eye in.
The 3 boundaries that have been hit, a very good indication that this could be a high-scoring game if the players play to their potential and to the way the pitch looks.
Yes, it does look like a very good batting wicket. The pace is there, and there's a lot of even bounce as well, and which will only...
Beautiful stroke. Played with delightful ease. He really only just hooked it around, didn't smash it.
Yes, he picked it up very early. He picked it up as the one that Chaminda was angles across to the right-hander, but it was the ball coming into the left-hander, and he just helped it along. Not too much of power in it, just a little bit of guidance as far as the direction is concerned. And it's another boundary to Mark Taylor. He really is batting with a lot more confidence than Mark Waugh is at the moment.
And how awkward it is for the players. Oh, that's a good shot. Well, Taylor's in the mood, and it's now gone on to 31 for no wicket. 6 overs have gone through.
Twitchy, and hello to all of our viewers. Very good start for Australia. In the air and straight down Jalasuria's throat. So that's a terrific breakthrough for Sri Lanka. Mark Waugh, as I mentioned before play started, if he bats for a reasonable amount of time, Australia are always going to set a big target. So that's a blow for Australia and a boost for Sri Lanka.
Yes, I think any early wicket's a good wicket, but this one in particular is a huge one for Sri Lanka. Very quick scoring batsman, elegant player, Mark Waugh, and been in top form. So they'll think they've got the biggest wicket they could get. 36 for 1 Australia.
Ricky Ponting, coming in at number 3, has 2 centuries to his name at this level, and one of them is against Sri Lanka, made at the MCG on the 9th of January this year. This is the 123 you see there. He came in, and Australia were, well, they weren't in great strife when he came in, but they lost a couple of wickets. He played extremely well. His other 100 was against the West Indies at Jaipur. Plays pace bowling very well, Ricky Ponting. Runs quickly. And he comes in at the fall of Mark Waugh's wicket. Mark Waugh looking at the pitch as he walked off, as though the ball didn't quite come on to him.
I just think it's one of those balls that you flip at and get there a little bit too early. When you do that, you tend to look at the pitch and blame anything but yourself, but I just think he got into that a little early and then just chipped it up in the air rather than waiting for the ball a little bit.
Well, it's been that sort of World Cup for this man, Jayasuriya. He seems to be the right man in the right place.
Pass at the other end.
That's beautifully hit. Just inside the rope. Lovely timing, and brings up the 50 for Australia.
Well, they're pleased, and they've every reason to be. Score at half century, scoring over 4 and over. The ball coming onto the bat quite easily, and just hits through that. And they're just in a nice comfort zone of these two not-out batsmen.
Oh, that's gone. 6 it is, the first one of this World Cup final.
Well, this was short. Easy to hit, and he smacked it out of the ground. I mean, that was short of a length. I've no doubt in my mind they're going to have to bowl a spinner. That's halfway down the pitch, that. But they've got to change the tempo for the Australians. They've got seamers coming at either end, and they're just hitting through the ball when it's up, standing back and pulling it. And you've got to make them think a bit differently. You've got to get their top order off spinner into the game, I think.
Too short.
Well, it's so easy for the Australians. Flat pitch and good touch. Any shortness of length or width, the ball just sits up nicely to be belted. And there it is. It pitches outside off stump, got a little bit wider, probably half a yard, 2/3 of a yard too short, and he just smacked it.
Hero's got a hand on it. That creates a long chase for Aravinda De Silva. Still gets to the boundary. It's 72 for 1.
One-day international runs. He'll be the 7th Australian to achieve that feat. In the air, and that'll be it. It's running down towards the boundary. That's very well timed. A good shot. Into the fence it goes. Mark Taylor's looking in good form here. So it's the 50 partnership, and a milestone for Mark Taylor as well.
Well, he picked a spot here, Mark Taylor, but this is a superb piece of timing. Put right to the pitch of the ball, and once he saw that the ball really wasn't there, went through with a shot, no half measures, and over mid-wicket for 4.
And that's his half century. So that's very well played. Under pressure, Mark Taylor, the captain, has come to the party. So Mark Taylor, a half century, 90 for 1. So Ricky Ponting having a little look around. There's a deep mid-wicket for him, a deep square leg, and a sweeper on the offside as well. He's been playing very straight. This will be close, just wide of the stumps. They needed a direct hit there. That makes the difference. If you can hit those stumps direct, you've got a chance of a run out when it's tight.
Ellen in Grand Slam Sports. Got out your pen and pencil and bit of paper and drawn the line. Couldn't have been better to split those two men.
Well, he's played beautifully all day. He's not had to show too much aggression because his timing and placement have been excellent. He's just played the ball basically where he's wanted all day.
It is big ground. It's close. Doesn't seem to me that he's spinning the ball a great deal, but it seems to Ponting that he might have got an inside edge on it. And he was outside off stump. In the air. And it's gone. He's got it. Taylor has gone. He's swept. And Jayasuriya has kept his head there running around and taken a very good catch. He had quite a distance to go. Picked it right from the moment it left Taylor's bat, and that's 2 down, 137 on the board.
Well, that's the sort of mistake that Sri Lanka needed. Change of bowling, fourth spinner in the game, the top edge. Not too difficult catch, just had to keep his nerve while the ball was in the air. And they've got a little bit of luck. It's been a long time coming. Lovely innings by Mark Taylor. Played beautifully in comfort. 137 for 2.
Steve Waugh, the new batsman, coming in to fall at Mark Taylor's wicket. De Silva to bowl. Ponting's and taking a strike. And this was the way Mark Taylor perished.
Well, it's about the only false shot that Mark Taylor's played. It's been in such good touch. It came as a big surprise. A little bit of an edge, half played for. And half a little bit of an edge, but it brings up 2 more runs for Australia. And you get the impression on this pitch that it's the batsman that's got to make a mistake. There's not too many snakes in the pitch.
Once again, Jayasuriya was the man on the spot. He's taken 2 catches in this innings. And right throughout this World Cup, he's been in the game. He's thrown the stumps down a couple of times for run-outs, got catches, some wickets. Most importantly, he's got quick runs. He'll need them again here in Lahore if Sri Lanka are to win.
Any start.
He's bowling. A little bit of turn there, so Aravinda De Silva doing exactly the job that his captain brought him on for. Get some wickets.
And Ricky Ponting, who's also deceived by that one from Aravinda De Silva. How often we've seen in the limited overs game batsmen who are well set trying to run the ball down to third man. And this time completely missing it. Ball turning a little bit, and look at Aravinda De Silva. No wonder he's happy because he's got an important wicket. Australia 152 for 3.
Well, Mark Taylor is not a captain to let the game just roll along. He's always putting it to the opposition, seeing if the opposition are prepared to be flexible or change their tactics. So he sent in Shane Warne. 24 of 14 deliveries against New Zealand. Played an important role there as a pinch hitter. Aravinda De Silva picking up his 2nd wicket in that over. He got rid of Mark Taylor, and then Ricky Ponting attempting to play the little late cut. I think really the mistake that Ponting made there, he wasn't balanced when he played the shot. The shot could have been played, but he wasn't balanced. He was still on the move as he was trying to play the shot. Steve Waugh just with a bit of advice there for Shane Warne. I'll be telling him, don't just swing at everything willy-nilly, be a bit choosy. And he's gone, I think. Very quick piece of work. there from Kaluwitharana. He had him off quickly.
Well, that was bowled down the leg side. I think the Sri Lankans had it planned that in case Shane Warne does give the charge, they should bowl down the leg side, and there you are. Clearly the bat has not gone down. Super work there by Kaluwitharana. The Sri Lankans need to be given credit for planning it, although this time Shane Warne was playing a defensive shot. Australia 156 for 4. And the crowd certainly appreciating the work done by Kaluwitharana. The Sri Lankan flags there. We know that there's been a special charter flight which has come down. Very quick, very good work there by Kaluwitharana. Australia 156 for 4.
Falling fairly quickly. One of them a pinch hitter, Shane Warne. Stuart Law, who played such an important innings in the semi-final, really the man who got Australia here. He didn't get the Man of the Match award, but without Stuart Law's 72 there, Australia really could not have set the West Indies a target that would have mattered. And then Shane Warne's 4 wickets also wouldn't have done much. So an important innings from Stuart Law in that semi-final. In the air, and well taken, a well-judged catch. Aravinda de Silva, who's already taken 2 wickets, now takes a good catch.
That's certainly a great blow for Sri Lanka. A top edge by Steve Waugh, and Aravinda de Silva running across, picking a very good judged catch, keeping his eyes on the ball all the time and catching it to a nicety. Is he not delighted?
170 for 5.
They need a couple of good overs at this stage. Dharmasena in his last over to Law. That's smashed away over square leg and over the boundary line. 6 runs. That was a full toss from Dharmasena, and Stuart Law quick to pounce on that.
It was a hell of a hit because it flubbed it away just about perfectly square. Oh, nice strike.
Beautifully picked up by Law. In fact, it wasn't a full toss. I beg your pardon for that. Heaved over square leg. And it's funny what a couple of good overs can do. They'll have to hurry. An overthrow there from Roshan Mahanama, who is coming in quickly from cover. 3. And he's gone. Stuart Law trying to hit Jayasuriya over the cover field, but managing to get an outside edge and straight to the hands of the fielder at backward point, Aravinda de Silva. So yet another wicket gone. 202 for 6 Australia.
This is a big one for Sri Lanka. They've had a few big ones. 6 of them down now. And Stuart Law just aiming with a risky stroke to take it away in the air. Quite deliberately hit there, but he didn't hit it quite as fine as that. And it's now 202 for 6.
Well, with the Australians in real trouble at the moment at 202 for 6. I'll tell you more about it. It's going to be Tony Greig, and with him Ian Chappell.
What a vital wicket that was, the last one. Australians have watched this delivery to Healy. Plays that around the onside. He's a very good player in situations like this. He won't be affected. Yes, let's have another look at the wicket. Jaya Surya is the bowler, and of course that one just outside off stump. Stuart Law going for it. He gave it a bit of room, actually. Thick outside edge and straight to gully. Aravinda in the way.
Yes, Aravinda is another one who always seems to be in the action in this World Cup. And there's the reaction from the bowler on taking the wicket of Stuart Law.
So there we are. Quite a big collapse there. They were looking really good for a while. Now Bevan's out there on 16. Lot depends on him. Healy has joined him. He's got 2. He's only faced 2 balls. Ball him! He's got him. He's tossed that one up in the air. Healy has been done. Neck and crop. That is magnificent bowling. That is magnificent bowling. He tossed it up in the air. It spun a little bit, and Healy really was lost. He seemed to be wandering around trying to hit the ball down the ground, and it's knocked back the leg stump.
Well, they say about spinners, you've got to beat the batsman in the air before you can beat him off the pitch. And this is a classic example. Aravinda de Silva beat him with flight. That is the perfect off-spinner's dismissal. Healy is gone, and Australia are 205 for 7. Paul Rifle, the new batsman. And when you look at that scorecard, Australia's scorecard, you see the names de Silva and Jaya Surya all over the scorecard. Catches and wickets, and they really have been right in the thick of things in this World Cup. Yes, this was a beautiful piece of bowling by Aravinda de Silva. New batsman in, tossed it up. Healy's eyes lit up, but that's beautifully bowled.
Let's watch from this angle the batsman come forward, and of course had he not been bowled there was a good chance he'd have been stumped. Jaya Surya is going to continue. He's bowled 5. De Silva's got 3 to go. Of the umpire's head, there's a bit of a gap for him there if he hits it nice and straight and flat. He's having a glance down towards square leg. He's got inside out that one, and that's well played. That's very well played. Inside out, and he's whacked that one away down towards deep extra cover. Did it go all the way? Don't think so. Just short of the fence at deep extra cover.
This is very quick on his feet, Michael Bevan, and he times his moves extremely well. That one landing just a metre short. He doesn't give the bowler a real sign until it's too late for the bowler to do anything about it.
Here we go. Last over. Once again, giving it room. That's well played. He's hit that one away square. Will the fielder gets to it? I don't think he will. That's very well played by Michael Bevan. Backing away again, smashing it square on the offside. It looks as if that's where he fancies himself most. There are 3 men back on the leg side, so this is what he decided to do.
He really is the best batsman in one-day cricket when it comes to scoring runs in the late overs. He finds a way to reach the boundaries.
He's played a clever little shot there and well fielded. I think that is Vikramasinghe there, diving away to his right. That is very well done.
Well, fortunately, he's a tall man. He was just able to dive and get an arm on it. It was very quick thinking from Michael Bevan. You could see a boundary coming up there. Oh, he just got a hand on it. Absolute desperation there from Vikramasinghe. That's a good effort.
So this is the last ball of the Australian innings. Rifle driving, they'll come back for the second. No, they won't. They're settling for 1. Arjuna's got it, and that's the end of that. So Australia, 241 for 7. And I think that Arjuna Ranakun will be very happy with that when one considers the start made by the Australians.
So 241, the final total for the Australians after their 50 overs. Great start by captain Mark Taylor after the early dismissal of Mark Waugh. Ricky Ponting and Taylor put on 101 for the second wicket. Steve Waugh disappointed.
Mark Taylor. And McGrath had a bit of a slump in the middle of this World Cup, but he came back well in the semi-final. McGrath has picked up Kalu Wadharana in Australia a couple of times after taking a hammering from him, and he did it by pitching right up there, bowling him Yorkers right from the start of the innings. Fairly orthodox field to start with. They have the third man and the fine leg. Mark Taylor is at first slip. And then you have Mark Waugh in a short cover position. He's the second catching man. So nothing out of the ordinary with the field placings to start with. I guess it's a matter of Mark Taylor just waiting to see how these two play. That's a good shot. Picked that up very quickly.
Well, it's just a short back lift, little bit of a flip with the bottom hand over the top, and the ball races away. And back lift, clips it, and it carries a long way, miles over mid-wicket. Super shot.
One that he really likes. Anything that's slightly short. Here's a run. Jayasuriya may have been caught out of his ground, which turned out to be a bonus for Australia, and they've got 3. Michael Bevan was quick in reacting.
Well, this is a nice little bit of luck for Sri Lanka. A mistimed shot, underside edge. Very quick feel in, half a chance. Caught somebody out. Yeah, he would have been out. That's lovely quick thinking. Just didn't hit the stumps and gave away runs. But it was worth a go, I think. An early wicket is always good to put the batting side on the back foot.
Well, Taylor has come up with some changes here in the field. No slip, a short fine leg, and he's got a short cover and a short mid-wicket of the 2 catching men. There's a man out at deep backward square. The third man is quite wide. On, he's going again. He could be dead here. Umpire Buckner is calling for the replay. He was back quickly. But gee whiz, that's taking it to the limits.
Well, it's dangerous that he ran, hoping the strength of McGrath's arm wasn't strong and wasn't accurate. A tall man, these fast bowlers have usually got good arms, and it's going to be tight whatever way. Oh. We need a better angle, I think. That's difficult for anybody to tell. It's just a silly run. Oh.
Well, I've seen 1 or 2 guys hung on very flimsy evidence so far in this World Cup. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes. I don't see how you can give them out from head on when they're that close.
Yes, as we come back to that old chestnut, we do need this square leg camera at each end to be absolutely certain. Well, I wouldn't like to give that. I wouldn't like to say whether his bat's on the line and that means he's out, or he's just made his ground. The third umpire can give that out, then he's a brave man. If he gives it out, all Australia will be delighted.
And he has given him out. Well, I wouldn't like to be hung on that evidence. But on the other side of the coin, it wasn't a very smart run. Sri Lanka 12 for 1. Sankar Gurusinghe is the number 3 batsman for Sri Lanka. Well, it's been a lively 10 balls so far. Not quite sure what Jayasuriya was trying to prove with his running between wickets. Certainly it was fine when there was a misfield by Shane Warne. But Glenn McGrath has got a very strong arm, much stronger arm than Shane Warne. And it's not a long boundary.
You usually find in world cricket that the fast bowlers are very strong in the arm, and it's always dangerous to take them on.
And inside edge, singer is off the mark in very fortunate circumstances.
Yeah, really good delivery there by Fleming. Ball coming back into the left-hander. Yeah, he just played outside it as well. It didn't come into him much, but just enough. Always used to the left-handers, the ball going across them. I always think when somebody like Fleming can bowl swingers into the left-handers, they can cause more problems. Going down. No problem with that, just a quiet little smile from the umpire. Moving motion out there, you can expect bowlers to appeal, to clear the throat for anything early on.
At the moment, this is a huge battle on at the moment. Well, that's in the air. This is going to be out. Yes, he's got him. That's out. Caught. He's gone for the full shot. That's very well bowled. A short delivery, and it's been pulled away and caught just behind square.
Well, this is big trouble for Sri Lanka. Kaluwitharana is one of the players who normally gets them off to a flying start, but has looked uncomfortable out there today. This one hurrying on him, beating him a bit off pace, and in the end, Kaluwitharana managing to only scoop it in the air. The safe hands at square leg of Michael Bevan. So big blow for Sri Lanka, 23 for 2.
Tonight he's already had a pretty good day, and he's got heaps of experience. This will present a nice chance. Now he'll have to settle things down here, while at the same time making sure he maintains his normal game, which is a pretty aggressive game in any event. It's his performance so far. At 66 against India. A magnificent innings. This was the big one. A bit of swing here for Fleming. Oh, what a good shot to start with. Straight down the ground, he's hit that one away. Will it get to the fence? It'll be pretty close. Ward desperately diving over the rope there and pulling it back. That's very well fielded. What a good shot that was for starters.
A beautiful way to get off the mark for Arvinder De Silva. Ball pitched up by Fleming. And Arvinder in beautiful position, driving it straight down the ground, showing the bat makers the label there.
Yes, the umpire's just wondering whether the fieldsman actually touched the rope. This is Stephen Ward. Let's have a look. He touches the ball, pulls it back. No, I think that's fine. I think he just flicked it back and then hit the rope. Oh, that's a good shot. He's whacked that away. India by 6. They beat Kenya by 144. Made that huge score. Great win to beat India. And that's another slow one down the leg side. And here they are now in Lahore in front of this huge crowd. And look at the smile on his face. What an innings he's played in this innings and indeed in the semi-final. That's 66. He played in the first innings when they'd lost 3 quick wickets. It was a superb innings too, again under pressure, and that's when it matters. Through the field, that'll go all the way too. A magnificent shot, all the way to the fence, through the covers. Well, they've taken that to 241 now for 3, so the scores are level. They need one more run to win this World Cup. A little chat between the two most experienced players. This is a great moment in their lives. They've come such a long way in such a short period of time, and here they are now taking away the ultimate one-day trophy. Done it with plenty of time to spare. So the captain just checking his guard. One ball could do this. The score's a level. So Glenn McGrath is coming round the wicket. All the Australians are in, saving one, by the fine leg fieldsman. This is McGrath, 2 Ranatunga.
Arjuna Ranatunga a few years ago was in some strife with the Sri Lankan Cricket Board authorities, but he's come back very well after that. And celebrations already beginning. All the other Sri Lankan players out onto the boundary area.
That's it, all the way to the boundary for 4. What a victory for the Sri Lankans. A fantastic effort by them. Their players are charging out onto the ground. The Aussies shaking them by the hand. Little Murali Dhirann's arrived. What a year it's been for him. Distraught at one end of his season, and here he is now in the winning team. They've taken out the World Cup.
And what a moment. Sri Lanka, world cricket champions. It is a moment that they have been waiting for years, ever since they got test status. This is the moment that they have been waiting for. They have tremendous plans. They want to make Sri Lanka a test champion as well by the year 2000. And by winning the World Cup in a limited overs competition, they have taken the steps in the right direction. And there is that man, the man who made it possible, Arvind De Silva, with that brilliant century. The Sri Lankan flags flying high, and why not? It's a great moment. And there's the captain again. As I said, he was under some strife some years ago, but he's come back strongly. He's led the team well. He's got the boys behind him, and the rewards of success are there.
Yes, well, this is a little fairy tale. The thing I like about these guys is not only do they win, but they win in great style. They play the sort of cricket people want to watch. It's only a small place, the Emerald Isle. And you can see, I think, that the captain is caught up in the emotion of it all. What a great effort this has been, and what a moment for Sri Lankan cricket. They're trying to wrap him in Sri Lankan flags at the moment. The bands are playing. The crowd to a man are cheering these Sri Lankans. Aravinda, who's played 2 brilliant knocks, and that's Mahanama with him there. And spare a thought for the other side. The Australians have had a tough day today. They really have been whipped, and it's not a good feeling. Are coming onto the ground, and there's going to be a fantastic presentation here. They're building up a huge stage out in the centre. The crowds are gathering around. There must be thousands of photographers out there. This part of the world, the camera is pretty popular. It tends to get into the hands of almost everybody. Difficult for anyone to get through all that, all the crowds there to get onto the stage. Well, that's this incredible scene. here at the Gaddafi Stadium. The lights are blazing. Everyone in the stadium are on their feet, watching and waiting for the moment that the captain of Sri Lanka gets his flag and raises it sky high, and that's their #1 supporter. He's been all around the world with them this year, went to every single match that they played in Australia and never stopped running around the ground. Every time there was a 4 or a 6 hit. I don't think there's anyone in Sri Lanka who doesn't know him. Yes, I think that tells a story. And he always wears his white cricket gear as well. Well, the bands are playing. And have a look at them. They've remained for a man, to a man. Well, they're the cameramen with the Sri Lankan team, and I think they're trying to get them a little closer to the stage. And what's more, they've only just got this game in time. It's now beginning to pour with rain. Well, there was a thunderstorm last night between 3 and 4 a.m. The rain has stayed away all day, and it's waited till 5 minutes after the World Cup has been won. Well, there he is, Guru Singha. He played an important role today as well. Dalamasina did some bowling. And there's little Murali Dhiran. Didn't he do well? Taminda Vas. He's been a tremendous bowler for them. That's Dav Watmore. His family will be watching this in Australia. He's been a great help to this Sri Lankan side. He's their coach. So Ian Chappell has got himself all prepared. Let's go down to him now for the presentation.
Thank you very much, Tony. Well, for this Wills presentation ceremony, I'm going to call upon firstly the chairman of ITC, Mr. Devashawa, and he's going to firstly present a cheque for £20,000 to the losing captain, Mark Taylor. If you'd like to fight your way up here, Mark. Can I just...
Should I just... Sorry, I lost the
Mark, excuse me, just one second. Mark, yeah, just bad luck. Just not enough runs, I guess, in the end.
Oh, yeah, a bit of both. I think we were just outplayed. I thought Arjuna's men played very well. They had a good game plan. We got off to a good start, which we don't always do against Sri Lanka, but they pegged us back well. They stuck to their game plan with the bowling and held their catches, which we didn't do, so they deserved their win.
Yes, that was rare, wasn't it, for Australians to drop a few catches?
Yeah, we seem to have a bad run with our hands in Pakistan. We can't seem to hang on to them over here, but no, so we were outplayed today and they deserved winners.
All right, well, thanks for the part that you and your team have played in the tournament.
Thank you, Ian. Enjoyed it very much. Thank you.
Well, there's the losing captain of Australia, Mark Taylor. Now to present the award for the man of the match. We also call upon the chairman of ITC, Mr. Devashawa, to present £5,000 and a trophy to the man of the match, who is Aravinda de Silva. Aravinda. Yeah. Coming through here. Aravinda, well done. Aravinda, there is a check over the back here, mate. You won't get over there. Congratulations, that's a fabulous innings.
Thanks very much, Ian.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And some wickets to go with it. It's been a really memorable match for you.
Yeah, I think the boys who worked really hard right through the tournament, and I think it was my duty this time for the seniors to perform because it was an important game, the finals. And I think the seniors took their responsibility to the shoulders and performed very well, and the boys deserved a good win.
I don't think I've ever seen you work so hard at an innings. You're a bit tired now?
I know. I think it was a very, very special occasion, and I think I needed to concentrate a lot, and I preserved everything for this occasion.
Okay, congratulations, a magnificent effort. There's a trophy over the back here somewhere if you'd like to come through. Congratulations there to Aravinda de Silva. Now there is a special award, and this is going to the player of the tournament. Now, the player of the tournament? Yeah, the trophy. Who is the player of the tournament? Jayasuriya. Sanat Jayasuriya, if he'd like to come forward, please. Special trophy for player of the tournament. Come through, Sana. Congratulations. You must have really enjoyed the whole tournament.
Yeah, I have been batting and bowling well. I thought myself, and I must thank the boys for giving 100% support.
Okay.
Thank you for them.
Okay, congratulations. There's a trophy there for you. Okay, now I would like to call upon the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Mrs. Benazir Bhutto, and she is going to present the winning cheque for £30,000 and the trophy to Arjuna Ranatunga. Arjuna. Prime Minister, if you'd like to go through. Arjuna, congratulations on a magnificent victory.
Thanks a lot, Ian. I think the boys played really well right throughout the tournament.
You had it in mind right from the start. You said all along that you wanted to have another crack at Australia. You got your way, and you guys fought very hard.
I thought the boys played really well. I think I should thank the Pakistan public. I think they were really behind us right throughout the game. And I should thank Asa and Wasim. They are the ones who brought the side to Colombo when we were in trouble. And thanks a lot, Wasim and Asa. And we are very grateful to you. And thanks a lot. Back in Sri Lanka, I think everyone contributed a lot. Thanks a lot.
And I can tell you, Arjuna, there's a special award in there, $100,000 US for Sri Lanka for winning.
Yeah, I think the boys deserve that very well.
You might be able to spend it on the celebrations, eh?
You never know.
Okay, well, that's all from the World's presentation ceremony. A very, very happy Sri Lankan crowd. Back to you, Tony.
Oh, thank you, and have a look at that trophy. the World Cup in the hands of a very proud captain. Boy, will he have a party tonight with these colleagues. They've had a fantastic World Cup after a tough start. And the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Benazir Bhutto, having a little chat to him out there just before he disappears into the dressing room. So a great moment, this in cricket history. I think they all want him to get that cup up again, so all those photographers. So with the rain falling down in the centre, the captain has got the trophy, and I think he'll go and join his team in a moment, and they'll do a lap of honour, and they'll get a huge cheer from these people here at the Gaddafi Stadium. They've supported this Pakistan side, this Sri Lankan side this evening, and you heard Arjuna thanking them very much for their support. Well, that's the rest of the team there with the Sri Lankan flag. So the players have got it at last. Guru Singh has just got hold of it, and this will be the lap of honour now. They've all got their hands on it. It's the one they've been after, and they've got it. That certainly is happiness. Well, slowly but surely they'll move away, and I'm sure take that trophy around this ground for the lap of honour. All they've got to do is get out of the crowd, first of all. Have a look at him. That's their number one fan there. He can't wait to get his hands on that. In fact, he's taken over. He's got it all to himself. There are that many photographers out there, it's impossible for them to get moving. So they love to do their lap of honour, but unfortunately they're absolutely engulfed with people. And what a great performance by the Sri Lankans. And just starting to move now. The cloud beginning to give them a hand. In fact, more of them coming onto the ground. Because I don't like their chances of getting right around unless they keep going while they're moving. Got a bit of a break in the fence, and I think half the crowd now comes out of the ground, so unfortunately this is all going to come to a grinding halt, I reckon. So what incredible scenes. The Sri Lankan team, I think they've decided that there's no way they can get around, so they're going to have to make their way back to the dressing room. Getting some treatment. Well, the cameras, the captain's got the cup. That's the important thing, and he's, it seems to me, heading for the dressing room. Oops, he's fallen over. disappointing that they couldn't get around the ground. I think that's exactly what they wanted to do. They wanted to thank this Pakistan public for their support here today, and they've been very good indeed. The crowd here have been wonderful today. So there we are, the Australians, having lost the toss, were asked to bat first. They had their 50 overs, 241 for 7, and the top score there by Mark Taylor. Played very well, good partnership with Ricky Ponting, and Stuart Law making 22. Michael Bevan also chipped in, not out 36 down the order. And unfortunately, one has to say that they looked as if they were going to score somewhere around about 300 and didn't quite make enough. Those are the bowling figures, and they look pretty good to me. The off-spinners doing very well there. Dara Messina, Jaya, Surya and De Silva all bowling very well, and Murali Dhiran as well, 1 for 31. So they could be very proud of their performance in the field. I think that's really what set this victory up, and really, when it came to batting, it really was a coast for them. They ended up with 245 for 3, and have a look at Aravinda De Silva. They're knocked out 107 following his brilliant 66 in the semi-final, and of course out there with Ranatunga as well on 47. The two of them not out, and they managed to get the required runs.